Why not take a seat as we dissect this new phase you have just entered into? Yes, you. There's a moment when you finally stop pretending. Not pretending to be strong, but pretending to be small. Pretending to be unaffected. To be fine with things that were quietly destroying you. And when that moment arrives, it doesn't come with fireworks. It comes with silence. A deep, steady silence that feels like truth settling into your bones. You don't rise because someone saved you. You rise because you finally realize no one was coming. And that realization changes everything. People talk about strength like it's something you're born with. But real strength is forged in the moments you thought would break you. It's built in the nights you cried quietly, so no one would hear. In the mornings you got up even though your soul felt heavy. In the choices you made when no one was watching. Strength is not loud, it's not dramatic. It's the quiet decision to keep going when everything in you wants to stop. The world never sees that part. They only see who you become afterward. The composure, the boundaries, the silence, and they call it coldness. They call it distance. They call it change. But they never ask what shaped you. They never ask what you survived. People fear what they don't understand. And they don't understand you anymore because you're no longer predictable. You're no longer available on demand. You're no longer willing to break yourself to keep others comfortable. You learn to watch, to listen, to observe what people reveal when they think you're not paying attention. You learn that words mean nothing without consistency, that loyalty means nothing without respect, that love means nothing without effort. And once you learn those things, you stopped accepting the bare minimum. You stopped tolerating half-hearted apologies. You stopped believing promises without action. You stopped letting people back into your life just because they knocked. You became someone who chooses carefully, not out of fear but out of wisdom, because you've seen what happens when you give the wrong people too much access. You've seen how quickly someone can turn your softness into a weapon, but you're not that person anymore. You've grown, quietly, steadily, relentlessly. Growth doesn't always look like progress. Sometimes it looks like distance. Sometimes it looks like silence. Sometimes it looks like losing people you thought would stay forever. But growth is honest. It shows you exactly who belongs in your life and who doesn't. And betrayal is one of the greatest teachers you'll ever meet. Not because it's fair, but because it forces you to see the truth without the filter of hope. It forces you to confront the reality you tried to ignore. It forces you to choose yourself in ways you never have before. Betrayal breaks the illusion, and once the illusion is gone, you can finally see clearly. The world, people, and yourself. That's where your rebirth begins. Rebirth is not a return to who you were. It's the creation of someone entirely new. Someone who learned from the pain instead of becoming it. Someone who carries scars as proof, not as identity. Someone who doesn't need revenge because they've outgrown the version of themselves that craved it. And once you understand your worth, everything changes. Your standards rise. Your boundaries harden. Your tolerance for disrespect vanishes. Your circle shrinks to those who deserve access. Your energy becomes sacred. Your silence becomes a choice. You stop chasing what doesn't choose you. You stop explaining yourself to people who've already judged you. You stop tolerating what diminishes you. And you start choosing deliberately, observing carefully, protecting fiercely, and you start becoming someone entirely new. You become someone who doesn't fear endings because you've survived them. Someone who doesn't fear being alone because you've learned to enjoy your own company. Someone who doesn't fear losing people because you know the right ones never leave. You become someone who moves differently, not arrogantly, not defensively, just confidently, quietly, intentionally. People will say you've changed, and they're right, you have. You changed because staying the same would have destroyed you. You changed because you finally realized you deserved better. You changed because you stopped waiting for someone to choose you and chose yourself instead. This is your evolution, not the loud kind, not the dramatic kind, but the kind that happens in the shadows, in the silence, in the moments no one sees. The kind that turns you into someone unrecognizable, not to yourself, but to the people who expected you to stay broken. You are not who you were. You are not who they remember. You are not the version of yourself that tolerated what you now walk away from. You are the one who watched, the one who learned, the one who rose, and you're only getting started.